Mottisfont has become enormously popular over recent years. It's become much more of an all-year-round visitor attraction. So there was a desperate need for additional space.
Our new visitor facility is really going to transform the experience for visitors when they come to Mottisfont.
And I think it's a little bit about how visitor expectations have changed as well. They want a proper good warm welcome with really good facilities, toilets, proper visitor welcome, and also when they leave, so the shop being near their car.
The decision was taken that something new was needed. A lot of attention was put to where that should be. Initially it was looked in the home farmyard, eventually concluded it should be adjoining the car park, and that's where it's now being built.
For a start, there's going to be lots more room for them. We've always had really small facilities. There's actually a space in the middle of the visitor centre, so there's two separate buildings and a lovely kind of courtyard with nothing in it but some benches just to sit down and get your bearings. That's going to be fantastic.
It's taken us so long because really we just want to get it right and absolutely do the right thing that's in keeping with Mottisfont and the wonderful property that we enjoy today.
We've designed buildings to be sustainable, both in their energy use and also in the materials that they're constructed from. So we've gone for predominantly timber, it's a timber frame building, but also steel. Part of the building is steel clad, and we used as a reference local agricultural and forestry buildings that you might find on the edge of a large estate such as Mottisfont. The steel clad finish to the bigger building, the shop, is actually what's called Core-10. It's a weathering steel, and it's actually designed to go rusty. It's intentional. That protects the steel, makes it last a long time, but in fact it will also develop the colour. The pattern will develop over time, and it'll turn a lovely dark sort of deep red brown colour.
The choice of materials was partly a practical one because of where it's built on the floodplain. It has to be raised, and therefore it can't be of a substantial masonry construction. And then it was really looking at what would be appropriate materials to get the right feeling for a subsidiary structure in the landscape. I think that's a really important point because it's not the main house. It shouldn't read as the main house or the stables. It should read as something else in the landscape.
The walkway is going to be a really nice part of the building as well, because that takes people from the central courtyard right into the heart of the property.
The surface of the walkway is timber clad, but it has a non-slip surface within it in order to stop people skidding and sliding around on it. There'll be planting on either side of it, so it'll be much more supple than it looks like at the moment.
Mottisfont was bought in the 1930s by Gilbert and Maud Russell, and Maud Russell had an amazing eye for colour. We wanted to reflect her sense of style, her sense of place, so we've gone for warmer, earthier colours with accents within them to reflect exactly how the family might have approached it if it had still been them who was building a new structure in the landscape.
A great advantage of the shop moving down to this location is that, of course, it frees up the coach house, the big space at the back of the stables. So when the shop moves in January, we'll immediately start work to refurbish that area as a secondary cafe. It'll give us around 70 more seats for catering inside, which we desperately need, and then lots more seats also outside, and it'll offer light bites, lunches, sandwiches, that sorts of thing. It's going to be a different offer to the kitchen cafe, which will still have the full meals. And the other thing that's going to be different is it will be totally disposable, but very green disposable. So these are things that will be able to be composted or disposed of in a very, very green way. The ice cream parlour, which at the moment sort of goes between being the stirrup cup with winter warmers in the winter and the ice cream parlour in the summer, that'll go back to just offering scoop ice creams, and it'll just be open when the weather is lovely.
The funding comes from the National Trust. This is a specific set of funding for our new visitor facilities that we will pay back over a long period of time. This doesn't affect any donations or gift aid that comes to the property or the National Trust. This is entirely separate funding. The investment, of course, makes business sense. What it will enable us to do is so much more as a property. In simple terms, if we are selling more cups of tea, pieces of cake, sandwiches, then all of that money will not only go towards paying back our wonderful new facilities, but it will go towards paying for so much more of the conservation work we do in the house, in the gardens and around the wider estate.
So our lovely new visitor centre is all going to open on January the 8th. The new Coach House Cafe will open in early February so that we're all ready for half term, and we are really looking forward to finally having enough places for people to sit down when they want to eat something with us. The new visitor centre is really just the start. This building is going to enable us to do all sorts of things for our visitors and far more in the future.